Subscribe Squad, happy Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Valentine's Day can be either a great day for people or it could be a really boo-boo day for people. It depends on what it is. Or it could be a meh, I don't really care day. But if you don't feel loved, you don't have a significant other, then just know that I do care. And I do appreciate the fact that you watch my videos and you support my channel and you support my dreams. And so for that, happy Valentine's Day. Now that that's out the way, today I want to talk to you about 90% of success. I say this all the time. If you're around me on a day-to-day basis, you will hear me say this on a regular day-to-day basis. 90% of success is showing up. And what does that mean? What does that mean? So simple. 90% of success is showing up. If you want to be successful in this life, the hardest thing that you have to do is show up on a daily basis. So I'll give you a perfect example. Today I woke up and I did not feel like doing my reactions. It happens, you know what I'm saying? I do these reactions on a daily basis. I've been doing it for 6-7 months. Some days I just don't feel like doing it, right? But if I'm going to achieve a certain level of success, I know for a fact that I have to put in a certain amount of work. And I have to do a certain amount of videos in order to get a certain amount of results, to get to a certain amount of point at a certain amount of time, so forth and so on. So the hardest part, because I already know what it is I have to do in order to do reactions, right? I'm in a routine when it comes to that. But the hardest part about today was simply just showing up. 90% of success is showing up. There are lots of people who have opportunities, even job when it comes to jobs, right? If you let's say you apply to jobs or whatever, there are lots of people who simply just won't show up. Whether it's an audition that you have, there are lots of people who literally just don't show up. And so how do you know what's going to happen if you don't show up? You will never know if you were going to be successful if you don't show up. And this is what my mom always says. Mommy teaches me best, right? She says, always take the audience. And I'll tap into that more. But on the surface level, since we're focused on 90% of success showing up, always take the audience means that be open to the possibility of something. Be open to hearing what somebody else has to say. Because you never know what it might lead to. Even if it doesn't work out in that instance, it could be something that sets you up for the future, right? So it's the same thing if you wanted to apply any one of basic goals. We always use the goal as an example of working out at the gym. You cannot get results of weight loss or any type of weight goal or I would say health goal if you don't show up to do what it is you're supposed to do, right? Like 90% of success is simply just showing up. And so if you don't go to the gym, you don't work out, how are you going to lose weight? You're not. You're just sitting up, you've been a couch potato, it's not happening. Let's also use another example. Of course, recent passing of Kobe, RIP Kobe, and everybody was a victim in the helicopter crash. But one thing Kobe, if he exemplified, was the fact that he always showed up, right? Always showed up. Meaning that the rest of his teammates, they'll be lucky if they doing, one training session during the season a day, right? That wasn't Kobe. He was to the extreme. The 3 a day. He was waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to outwork everybody else, which was literally, it was as simple as him showing up. You already know how to work out. It was just working out and showing up and eating what it is you do. That's showing up. That's 90%. Now the other 10%, right, of being success is a preparation, a talent, hustle, a little bit of chance and luck in there, and opportunity. But the 90%, the hardest thing that you have to do in order to be successful is to simply just show up. Another good example is me when it comes to my homework or what it is I have to do. How am I going to know what grade I'm going to get if I don't turn in the assignment? Show up, do it at bare minimum. Even if I feel like it's not necessarily my best work, it's better to turn in something than to turn in nothing at all. It's better to make slow progress than it is to make no progress. It's better to literally just continue to do what it is that you're doing instead of quitting. Because if you quit, if you make the decision not to show up, here's always the thing that makes me show up. This is the gym. Hang in there. This is the gym. Because if you choose not to show up, then there's somebody else who's going to show up for the same exact goal that you had. And that's what always keeps me going. It's like, if I don't do this, there's somebody else out there who's willing to do this in order to be successful. And for me, I always say, you might have more money than me. You might have more resources than me. You might have a bigger team than me. You might have everything more than me. Hell, you might even have more talent than me. But what you aren't going to do, what you not going to do, boo-boo, is you not finna outwork me, because I'm going to show up. Thank you. Now, anyway, keep that in mind. Let's carry that over into next week. I'll see you guys next time.